Welcome to September 11th, a day which will go down a long time in American history. Starting our day off, as we do most days, with nationaldaycalendar.com, we see that it is Make Your Bed Day. Hopefully, as you got up this morning, you made your bed. Moms, dads would be happy. My wife would be happy. It is also National Hot Cross Bun Day, a little delight of sweet bread with some raisins and some icing on top. But the one we'll spend most time today on, it is National Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance for the events that happened on 9/11 and all the volunteers who gave their life, as nearly 3,000 Americans perished on this day. And we'll get more into that in just a few minutes. Moving on to this day in history, we'll start in 1789, a name many of you probably wouldn't have known if it wasn't for the Broadway musical Hamilton. In 1789, Alexander Hamilton was appointed first Secretary of the U.S. Treasury. 1946, believe this one if you will, was the first mobile long-distance car-to-car telephone conversation. I remember back in the 80s, I had a friend who had one that looked like it was a shoe, and you pulled the antenna up. But as you see in the picture here, they went car to car with the phone. 1977, the Atari 2600, originally known as the Atari Video Computer System, is released in North America. It changes how we started playing video games. I had a Pong. Table tennis, back and forth. In modern times, September 11th, 9/11, is mostly known for the attacks on the Twin Towers in New York. That was perpetrated by the Al-Qaeda, where 4 planes in total, 2 hit the towers, 1 went into the Pentagon, and 1 ended up being crashed in cornfields in Pennsylvania as the people on board realized what was going on. But here to better explain it is an excerpt from the History Channel.
September 11th, 2001. A day of grief. A day of courage. This is how that day unfolded.
My daughter called me. She said, a plane just flew into the World Trade Center. I said, nah, you gotta be kidding. It's gotta be a Piper Cub or some clown was flying down the river.
At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 from Boston, with 92 aboard, traveling at a speed of 470 miles per hour, strikes the North Tower of the World Trade Center complex. Within minutes, officials coordinate the citywide emergency response. Their base of operations is a state-of-the-art command center located on the 23rd floor of 7 World Trade Center. With 1 tower in flames, the tragedy is only beginning. It is 9:03 when United Airlines Flight 175, with 65 aboard, traveling at the speed of 590 miles per hour, smashes into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. This aircraft strikes the corner of the South Tower. It rips a diagonally shaped gash from the 84th to the 78th floors. The South Tower lasts only 56 minutes before it succumbs at 9:59 a.m. The dust cloud billows outward for blocks. Victims stagger away. At 10:28, the television mast atop the North Tower spears straight down.
Once the collapse started, there really wasn't any way to stop it. It was just going to go all the way down once it got started.
Chaos in New York City. Power is down in Lower Manhattan. phone lines jammed with more than 230 million calls. Hundreds of firefighters trapped in the towers. Hundreds more raced to the scene. Falling debris from the collapse of the north and south towers ignites fires in the neighboring buildings of the World Trade Center. World Trade 4, 5, and 6 are ablaze. World Trade 7, the building housing the city's command center, burns unchecked for 7 hours. At 5:20, it collapses. The city's emergency nerve center is destroyed.
Somewhere in that time, and it's very hard to keep track of time during this, they had been ordered to evacuate number 7 by the Port Authority. To this day, we don't know who gave that order, but whoever it was saved a lot of people's lives.
With New York a war zone, some residents walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to get out of the city. Others seek escape in vessels piloted by the Army Corps of Engineers. At 7:45 p.m., the New York Police Department says 78 officers are missing and estimates that 200 firefighters are dead. At 10:56 p.m., police officials say they believe there are victims alive in the rubble of the World Trade Center.
Working with urban search and rescue teams, there was a lot of areas to be searched underneath the debris field. There were voids that had to be searched for possible live people.
September 11th, 2001, the longest and most tragic day in New York's history, is drawing to a close.
And finally, on September 11th, for the first time ever, water was found outside of our solar system. It was found on exoplanet K2-18b, 110 light years away. You can look more on that up in Nature Astronomy if you'd like to get more information.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And today's birthdays, we'll start off with former Alabama head football coach Paul Bear Bryant. Was known for his very strict coaching ways and great winning abilities. Next up, from the WWE, we have legendary manager Paul Heyman. He's the bald one there with the microphone. And we'll move on then next to Harry Connick Jr., great piano player, great singer. Most of you may know him from American Idol. Last birthday I'll recognize today will take you back to a song my dad would sing going around the house, Jimmy Davis.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
On that note, I'll let you know you are my sunshine. And that will wrap up September 11th. As always, I end the same way every day. Never want to lose a message. Be kind to one another. We'll see you soon.